Hello and welcome to your weekly guidance for today, Monday the 9th of February through to Sunday the 15th. I'm Sonia Davis, spiritual strategist, and I'm here to help you understand what the energies are this week so that you can work with them rather than fighting through them, and to give you some cards to help you with how to actually do that. So let's dive in. This week, it's the final week of clearing things out before everything changes next week. So next week's video, and that's going to be a big one. And I have actually recorded a separate video about what's happening this month in February, and I will put the link to that below in the comments below this video. So do go and check that out if you want to know more about what the overall energies are and what they mean. But this week is the last week before everything changes next week. And when I say everything changes, I'm talking about the new beginning. So this week is the last week to be clearing out, to be getting rid of the stuff you don't want. Astrologically, the big news this week is Saturn, which moves into Aries on Saturday. Now, what I'm really focused on with this one, and what I'm really getting the sense of from my guides, is that the focal point of this is Friday. Friday, I believe, because Saturday, when Saturn moves into Aries, that's starting a new cycle. But what I'm really getting a sense of for this week, up to and including Friday, is ending the old cycle. So Saturn runs a 30-year cycle. So Saturn has been in Pisces for 30 years. That's 1996, just for reference. If you're anything like me, and I really struggle with time memory things because I don't connect very well with linear time. I never have. 1996 was 30 years ago, and that is when Saturn moved into Pisces, which it's been in for the last 30 years. And what that's really inviting you into is have a think back at what over the last 30 years that started in 1996, or started, the seeds of that started in 1996. What has been with you all that time that you are now ready to let go of, that you don't want to take with you into the new beginning that starts on Saturday with Saturn in Aries? And then really accelerates next week, which I'll talk more about next week. And like I say, my other video about February is going to help with that if you want to know more on that. But this week, the energies are here to help you. They're not here to make it hard. So there's a real sense this week of noticing things that come up for you. And I'm really getting strong nudges from my guides, and this applies to me as much as it does to you watching this as well. This is not just this is not me preaching. This is me experiencing as much as you are. These energies are saying, what don't you need? What don't you need anymore? What don't you choose? And there is a conscious choice needed here. That's the key to all of this. What are you choosing? So if you've been stuck in patterns of seeing yourself in a negative light because of whatever happened X number of years ago, this is inviting you this week, particularly, to notice that and go, do I still choose that? Do I choose to take that with me? Because the way your thoughts direct themselves, you can change. So if you're finding yourself stuck in a thinking loop about something, the energies this week are saying, do you really want to stick in that thinking loop? Do you really want to stay there? Have a look at it and go, well, no, I don't really want to. It just, my brain keeps taking me there. This week is going, then make a choice, because you have the power to choose what you focus on. And when you accept that and know that you always have a choice. You can choose to stay small. You can choose to stay hidden. You can choose to sit in indecision, or you can sit and go, right, no, I'm making this choice, or I'm not being seen in that way, or I'm not talking to myself in that negative way anymore, or whatever it is for you. I'm not carrying that habit anymore. I'm just stopping. I'm choosing now. This is not about achieving the end goal this week, but this is about making the choice of, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I will not do that thing anymore. Even if it's something really small, that thing that you've been sitting thinking, I really want to do that. Well, like me, I'll tell you mine. I'm quite happy to share mine. Mine is how long I sit in this blooming chair. It's a very comfy chair. Don't get me wrong. I got a new one last year and it's very comfortable. But I spend too much time in it, sitting at my laptop, doing stuff here. Okay, so I am consciously choosing I will not spend as much time sitting in this chair because I know I've been meaning to do this for ages. So I'm making the conscious choice to go, no, no more. I am not going to sit in this chair for more than a certain amount of time in one go before I get up and do something totally different, totally disconnected from the online world and the work that I do. I'm going to go out for a walk. I'm going to do stuff in the kitchen, whatever it is. It's the point is not about what the thing is. The point is about the choice that you're making and the commitment that you're making to yourself. That's the energy this week. This is the point to choose differently and make that commitment to yourself. So does that mean for me that I am going to get up every couple of hours at most, at least every couple of hours, I'm going to be getting up and doing something different for half an hour before I come back to the chair? I'm going to try. But what I am going to do is I'm going to commit to the fact that I will try and I will make the effort and I'm going to do things like set myself reminders and alarms and things like that, schedule my diary differently, stuff like that. I'm going to put the things in place to go, I'm making the commitment to me. Doesn't mean I'm going to be perfect. I'll probably end up sitting here next week for far too long. And that's okay. This isn't about judging yourself for it either. This is about going, okay, oh, okay, I didn't manage it here, but look, I'm going to try again, get back up and go again. And yours might be something, negative thoughts about yourself, and you're going to catch yourself and just go, no, I'm not going to think that anymore. I'm going to stop that thought. Or it might be, I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to do whatever it is. Commit this week and let go of the old ways of being. Let's dive into some cards to help you with that. So this week I am using the Akashic Oracle by the fabulous Marina Beach. They are such beautiful cards, honestly. If you haven't got these cards, you should have them. Definitely. Honestly, they are fabulous cards. I adore them. Such high energy in these. I'll drop the link to Marina's cards below this as well because I love her and I want you to have these cards as well. So that would be amazing. Right, there we go. Your first card for this week is self-confidence. And what I'm really getting from this card is that sense of self. If you see in the image, she is really centered and grounded in herself. She's not performing. She's got her wings spread. She's got her crown on her head. And she's got, I don't know if you can make it out on there. There's a light, there's a key there in the light. She knows that she holds the key to her future. And she is going, I'm going to be me. I am not going to perform for anyone else. I'm not going to worry about what other people think. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to connect with nature. I'm going to sit on the ground. I'm going to be comfortable. I'm going to be me, my wings spread, my crown on, and go, yes, this is me. She is making a choice and she is not carrying anything forward that she doesn't want. She has created her own domain. That's what the energies of this week are all about. Coming into you, What's in here? What's in your heart? Who are you really on the inside? Who do you want to be? And make a choice this week to commit to you. Because the future of how we build the new world is not about out there. It's in here. Everything is in here. If you've been watching me for a while, you will know I've been saying this for a long time. It's not in here. It's definitely not out there. It's in here. And when you connect to your truth in here, that's when your wings spread and you unlock the key and the golden light flows, and it is beautiful. I was watching a video myself the other day, fabulous video, and I was watching and someone mentioned the concept of involution, and I love that. That really lands with me quite significantly. It's not about evolution, it's not about growth, it's about coming back into you. Because actually, when you put all your attention out there, you're missing this bit. And this is where the power lies. This is where the creativity lies. This is where creation lies. And when you come back into yourself and you sit in your sense of self, centered and proud, and go, yeah, this is who I am. Your involution rather than evolution. I love that phrase. I love that word. I'm looking onto that word. Your involution, your growth within yourself, accepting yourself on a more profound level. That is power. That's where it lies. So this week, this card is saying, who are you really? Come back into yourself. And all the things that have hurt you and skewed you on your path and thrown you off course over the last particularly 30 years with that Saturn energy. Where are you going to go? No, I'm going to sit with me now. This is me. This is what I want. Yes, 30 years ago, I may have made a choice that's thrown me off course, or I may have decided something, or I may have seen something or experienced something that put me in a place that I don't really want to be right now. But I'm going to go back and think, hang on, who's the essence of who I was before that point? This is who I am. Is that what I'm choosing? I'm choosing me, choosing self, and that self-confidence, the confidence to be yourself. That's what this week is all about. And the more you work with that this week, the more powerful your fresh start will be when that comes next week, which I'll obviously talk about more then. Your second card, I love this one, synchronicities and signs. So this card is saying, pay attention. In this week, particularly with the Saturn energies, we've also got Venus moving into Pisces as well, which is another really dreamy, lovely, love-based, self-love, self-awareness energy. But synchronicities and signs, notice where you see them. What I'm really getting a sense of for this one, for this week, is pay attention to the signs, but particularly pay attention to what you're doing or what you're thinking or what you're experiencing in the moment that you see them. So the signs may be seeing a rainbow or finding a feather or seeing the numbers. I don't know if you can make it out on the screen, but this card also has sort of numbers, angel numbers. You can see the sort of the 555 there, and duplicate numbers, repeating numbers, angel numbers, 11, 111, 33, 22, whatever they are, repeating. I've had so many this last week myself of on my phone, the time, like 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15. I've seen them like on every hour over the last week. I've been so many, so many. But what this card is saying is when you see that sign, just take a moment to notice what you were thinking about or what lands in your thoughts next as soon as you see it, and trust it, because that's something, it's trying to show you something. It's trying to say, here's something that you need to pay attention to. So if you notice a sign this week, also notice what you were doing immediately before you saw it or as you saw it, or what drops in immediately after you see it. In that moment where you see the sign, what is it? Because it's trying to get your attention. It's trying to say, notice this. Please look. Please pay attention. That is where your lessons of this week will lie. So it might be you spot something, you were in the middle of a really negative thought pattern about yourself, and you think, I've rubbish, I messed that up, that was awful. Oh, look, there's a feather. That's the universe saying that thought you were having about yourself. No, 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 no. Notice it. Notice it. If you see a physical feather, by all means, pick it up and keep it as a symbol to refer to as well. That's a great way of doing it so that you remember. But take that thought that you had in the moment that you and go, oh, hang on. I don't want to think that about myself anymore. I'm going to go, no, I'm making the best I can out of what I've got. I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. I'm making the best choices I have with the information available to me. Notice it in the moment that you see the sign. That's what I'm really getting strongly. This is a card of please pay attention. Saturn wants you to see it. It's giving you a visible symbol that says, notice this. This is the thing that you need to look at so that you can let go of it and choose whether you want to bring it forward into the next cycle or not. That's what this card is saying. And then finally, hard-hitting one at the end, a power play. Where are you giving your power away? This card is saying it's time to reclaim your power. Do not be the puppet on the string. Cut those strings. You don't need a puppet on a string. You are the one holding the hand. You are the one holding the strings. You are the power. You are the light within this card. And when you're holding the puppet, whether that's yourself, because you are performing a version of you that isn't true to you, this is saying, come back into you. Hold the light. You hold the light, not the puppet. You. This card is saying, when you are performing on strings, whether you're holding the puppet of yourself, you're actually not able to pick up that key. The key is what unlocks what you really want. Where are you performing for the sake of other people? Where are you doing things that you don't really want to be doing, but you know what you really want? Step into your self-confidence. Notice the signposts that are saying, oh, hang on, I'm doing that. Don't give away your power, including to yourself. That's a really, really strong message. That's one I know I've dealt with myself. I had one of the things that came up for me in 2025 was about letting go of where I was giving my power away to myself. And that means I was sabotaging myself in ways that I really didn't need to. And I wasn't even noticing until I spotted the signs and went, oh, hang on a minute, I'm doing that. So this week, you are the one that can let go of those strings. You don't need to perform anymore. You can be you. The light on that hand is the light that sits in that self-confidence. How can you be your own light? Be yourself. So this week, notice where you stop yourself, where you hold yourself back. where you say no to something that you really want to say yes to, or you say yes to something you want to say no to, whichever way around it is. But make your choices from the heart and choose this week where you're going to stop giving your power away so that you can go forward in full self-confidence in that light, knowing you don't need to perform anymore. You can reach down and pick up that key because you don't have to hold the puppet anymore. That's a powerful message this week. So this week overall really is about coming back into you, reclaiming yourself, reclaiming your power, and sitting in confidence and choosing you. This is the week to choose you. This is the week to notice where you've not been choosing you. You don't owe anyone anything. But one of the things you'll find is as you choose yourself more and more, and there's a whole range of stuff around that, like holding boundaries, valuing yourself, all of those things. When you hold yourself in your own light, in your own confidence, your own worth, you'll actually find other people respond positively. And the people that don't aren't your people. And I know that's easier to say than to experience, but it's true. Where are you still giving your power to other people out of some sense of obligation, conditioning, whatever? There's an awful lot of that there, and I can't possibly go into any of this here, but where are you giving your power away? Where are you sitting in an indecision because making the choice is difficult and you might upset someone? You might have I don't know, you might have a member of your team in your business that you've known for a while isn't actually the right fit for your business. But you tell yourself it's not them, it's you. You tell yourself, no, I can't, I'm going to let them, no, it must be me. I'm misjudging them. I need to give them the benefit of the doubt. No, this is saying trust yourself. Because when you sit in that indecision and you put off that difficult conversation with someone, actually, you're sacrificing yourself, you're sabotaging yourself. You are giving away your power because you're trying to keep other people happy. When you sit and you trust yourself and you sit in your self-confidence, actually, suddenly you go and you have that difficult conversation and you remove that team member or in whatever way it is, and you go, oh, look, suddenly my business is thriving again. Because any indecision is an energy leak, it's an energy drain. So this week, really, this is about choosing you, choosing what you really value and what's in here. Not what you think you should do, but what's in here. Trusting your instincts, not giving your power away, noticing the signs and paying attention to what they're telling you, and coming back to sit in your confidence. Because, wow, you're amazing. Genuinely, you are amazing. I know that already. The fact that you're here, wow, thank you. Thank you for being here. You are amazing. It's time for you to believe that too. Don't give your power away. Notice the signs. If you want some help with that, genuinely, if you want some help with that, I'm going to put the link below for I want to invite you. I'm just thinking about this. I'm listening to my guides as I'm speaking. That's sometimes why I'm like, oh, okay, what? I'm going to invite you to book a free decision maker call. If you're struggling with how to move forward, if you're thinking, yeah, but it's really difficult and I don't know how to have that conversation, or I'm not sure where to decide that, or I'm not sure what I want to do about this. The decision maker call, it's a free 30-minute session. We'll jump on a Zoom call, one-to-one, just you and me, totally confidential. Everything I do is confidential. Have a look at that. I will put the link for that below. Actually, what I'll put the link for, I've got a new homepage on my website, and on there I describe, there's a little short video on there as well, and I describe exactly what I believe in and what my mission is and how I'm available to help you. So I'll put the link for that below. I'll put the link for the decision maker below. I'll put the link to the video I did about February's energies, because this is literally unique energies that we're in right now. And this is the last week, this week, of clearing out before we dive into the new. So if there's anything you don't want to be taking forward with you into the next 30-year cycle, this is the week to clear it out. So I will put all those links below. Thank you for being here. Please do make sure you are subscribed to my channel. It makes a massive difference to the way that the channel reaches more people. And my mission is to help more people. That's the point. So I appreciate you for being here. Please do like the video as well if you have enjoyed what I'm telling you. Again, that makes a massive difference. The way the algorithms work on this platform, it makes a big difference. And let me know in the comments, how are you doing? How are you finding these times? Because it isn't easy. Believe me, I know. I'm going through my own stuff as well. We're all doing this. Every single one of us is doing this. Let me know how you're doing. Drop me a comment below. I would love to know. I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for being here. I genuinely appreciate you. Have a beautiful week. Notice the signs and work with the energies. And like I say, if you want some help, check out the links below and connect with me. Take care, and I will see you again next week. It's a big one. Make sure you're here for next week.